Everyone wants the latest photographs of Prince Andrew. It's only a few days ago that he announced that he was stepping back from his public duties.
For years, everything seemed normal. A happy family, a royal name, and a life full of crowns, castles, and smiles. But behind the palace doors, there was a secret no one wanted to talk about. A secret that was hidden for a long, long time. Then one day, something changed. A simple test, a DNA test, brought out the truth. And that truth was like a storm crashing into the royal family. Prince Andrew's daughter found out something shocking, something that changed her whole world. The man she thought was her father might not be her real dad at all. She didn't cry in front of cameras. She didn't speak loudly. Instead, she did something even stronger. She walked away. She cut all ties, left the royal life behind, and chose to start over. The truth hurt, but she chose honesty over everything else. This is not just a story about a princess. It's a story about truth, family, and what happens when secrets finally come out. Prince Andrew, a royal in crisis. Let's start from the beginning. Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, was once known as the party prince. He was charming, confident, and had the world at his feet. As the second son of Queen Elizabeth II, he had royal blood, military medals, and all the luxury anyone could imagine. But then things began to change, and not in a good way. In the early 2000s, a man named Jeffrey Epstein started showing up in photos with Prince Andrew. Epstein was a wealthy financier, but he had a dark side, one that would soon shock the world. Epstein was later arrested for crimes involving underage girls. When his connection to Prince Andrew became public, questions started pouring in. People wanted to know, why was Andrew friends with someone like that? In 2019, things took a turn. A woman named Virginia Giuffre accused Prince Andrew of serious allegations. She said she had been trafficked by Epstein and was forced to have encounters with Andrew when she was just 17 years old. Prince Andrew denied everything, but the damage was already done. To make matters worse, Prince Andrew went on TV for an interview. Instead of clearing his name, he made things worse. He looked cold. He showed no sympathy. He said strange things like, "I don't sweat," to defend himself. The public didn't buy it. After that, Prince Andrew stepped back from public duties. The Queen stripped him of his military titles. Even his royal patronages were taken away. He became, in a way, the invisible prince. Public opinion hit rock bottom. The once loved royal was now seen as a disgrace. The headlines were brutal. The memes, even worse. But more than the press or public, it was his own family that began to look at him differently. There were rumors that even his daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, were struggling with their father's situation. The royal family became more distant. Prince Charles reportedly wanted Andrew nowhere near royal events. Prince William, too, was said to be furious. The man who once stood proud at Buckingham Palace now lived a quiet, isolated life. But just when you thought things couldn't get worse, something even more shocking made the rounds. The alleged DNA bombshell. Now, this is where it gets wild. A new rumor started to spread. A whisper. A story that hadn't been confirmed, but one that had people talking. And if true, it would shake the royal family to its very core. Allegedly, a DNA test had been done. The claim that one of Prince Andrew's daughters may not actually be his biological child. Yes, you heard that right. The source of this story? No one knows for sure. Some say it came from a leaked document. Others point to an anonymous tip sent to a tabloid. There's even talk of a private investigator hired years ago. Whatever the source, the claim was explosive. The test, they said, revealed something shocking. A mismatch. Something didn't add up. The report suggested that the biological father could be someone else entirely. Someone not from royal blood. If this were true, it wouldn't just be a family issue. It would raise questions about royal lineage, heritage, and status. Legally, it might not change much, since royal titles are often given by birthright, not just biology. But ethically, emotionally, politically, that's a different story. Imagine the pain. Imagine growing up thinking one man is your father, only to be told otherwise by science. Imagine the pressure of living in the public eye while dealing with something so private, so personal. And imagine being part of the royal family, an institution built on bloodlines, and finding out that your bloodline might be different. This story didn't just stir the media. It caused confusion, sadness, and for some, outrage. And right in the middle of it all was Princess Eugenie. Princess Eugenie's reaction. Princess Eugenie has always been known as the quiet royal. She's elegant, sweet, and stays away from drama. But after this alleged DNA rumor, people started noticing something different. Sources close to the family said that Eugenie was heartbroken. Others claimed she felt betrayed and angry. Some tabloids even wrote that she cut ties with Prince Andrew altogether. There were signs, subtle ones, but still signs. For example, in past years, Eugenie was often seen walking side by side with her father at royal events. But lately, she's been showing up alone, or arriving with her husband, Jack Brooksbank, instead. At one major royal event, Prince Andrew stood at a distance, away from his daughters. No smiles, no warmth. The body language told a story no one was ready to hear. And on social media, things got interesting. Eugenie, who once posted throwback photos with her dad, stopped doing so altogether. In fact, one report claimed she had even unfollowed accounts linked to her father's inner circle. Her posts became more focused on her child, her charity work, and her husband. The silence around Andrew was loud. Insiders whispered that Eugenie had privately told friends she needed space. Some say she had questioned things for a long time, but the alleged DNA news was the final straw. She didn't go public. She didn't shout or cry or hold a press conference. But her actions, her silence, her distance, spoke volumes. Princess Beatrice, on the other hand, stayed quieter. Some believe she chose to support her father privately, while Eugenie took a different path. But both sisters were caught in a storm they never asked for. Buckingham Palace's silence or response. Now you may be wondering, what did the royal family say about all of this? The answer? Nothing. Not a word. Buckingham Palace has a long history of staying silent during scandals. Their motto is simple: never complain, never explain. It worked for Queen Elizabeth II for over 70 years. But in today's world, where rumors spread fast and silence can feel like guilt, that strategy doesn't always work. Still, no official statement was made. No denial. No confirmation. Just silence. Some say it's because they don't want to give the story more oxygen. Others believe they're investigating behind closed doors. And then there's the theory that the family simply doesn't know what to do. Behind the scenes, though, sources say it's chaos. PR teams scrambling. Private meetings being held. Damage control in full swing. There's talk that King Charles is furious about the leak, that Prince William wants to protect the crown at all costs, and that Camilla is advising everyone to keep calm and carry on. But how do you carry on when your family is falling apart? How do you look the world in the eye when a secret this big is possibly floating out there? Some royal experts say the silence is strategic. They're hoping it'll go away, one said. But others believe the silence is dangerous. Because when you say nothing, people start to fill in the blanks. The truth has shaken the royal walls, and a daughter's decision has left a silence louder than any headline. As this story continues to unfold, one thing is clear: some truths can't stay hidden forever, no matter how powerful the family behind them. If you want to stay updated on what happens next, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss a moment of the truth behind the crown.
King Charles and Queen Camilla are in Australia for the first visit by a reigning British monarch.
Tonight, Britain's Queen Camilla is missing from remembrance events honoring the country's war dead.
When King Charles and Queen Camilla took the throne, they seemed like a perfect power couple, ready to lead the monarchy into a new era. However, behind their calm image lies a story filled with ambition, hidden motives, and power struggles in the royal family. Palace insiders have been talking about Queen Camilla's growing influence behind the scenes, which has reportedly led to tension with the king himself. How did a once supportive partner become a challenger for power in the palace? Join us as we uncover the surprising, untold details of Queen Camilla's rise to prominence. Camilla and Charles's relationship. Charles and Camilla's story began in the early 1970s, long before either of them imagined the intense public scrutiny they'd face. Charles, then a young prince, met Camilla Shand at a polo match. She was charming, confident, and known for her humor, which Charles found refreshing compared to the formality surrounding him. They shared an instant bond with a natural chemistry that neither could ignore. But as the Prince of Wales, Charles faced family pressures over whom he should choose as a partner. A woman from a suitable background, with a clear reputation and without past relationships, was what the royal family expected. Yet despite these pressures, Charles couldn't seem to let go of Camilla. What happened next would change everything. Charles and Camilla's relationship was strong, but he wasn't free to choose as he wished. Pressured by royal duties and expectations, Charles had to put his role before his personal life. Camilla, aware of the limitations that came with his position, eventually married Andrew Parker Bowles, a British Army officer. Their relationship was now officially over, but Charles couldn't simply move on from the deep connection he felt with her. Despite the ending, they continued to write letters, call each other, and occasionally meet, keeping their bond alive even from a distance. As years passed, Charles remained in contact with Camilla even as he prepared to marry Lady Diana Spencer, a match his family deemed ideal for the future king. However, his feelings for Camilla had not disappeared, and this lingering affection would lead to complications. The marriage to Diana was intended to represent continuity for the monarchy. But with his emotions still tied to Camilla, Charles faced an inner struggle. He was torn between the woman he was expected to be with and the woman he loved. Charles's loyalty to Camilla persisted in secrecy, but its impact on his marriage to Diana became visible. Camilla, though not officially part of his life, was present in his thoughts, creating tension that would eventually break through the public's perception of a fairy tale marriage. The secretive bond between Charles and Camilla cast a shadow that grew over time, leading to public speculation and setting the stage for one of the most controversial relationships in royal history. Their story, though forbidden by tradition, duty, and public opinion, would not stay hidden forever. If you are wondering how it turned out, keep watching. Challenges and controversies over the years. As Charles and Diana's marriage faced increasing struggles, rumors of an affair between Charles and Camilla began to surface. By the late 1980s, the British press had begun covering their relationship, with stories about their closeness gradually taking over headlines. The public was captivated by this scandal, one that involved the future king and the woman who had once been his longtime companion. In 1992, Diana's authorized biography was published, exposing her side of the story and giving voice to the difficulties in her marriage. One of the most painful revelations was Charles's ongoing relationship with Camilla, something Diana had struggled with privately for years. These revelations instantly captured global media attention, and the public's fascination with the love triangle intensified. It was the beginning of a period of intense scrutiny that would affect them all for years. The revelations didn't stop there. In 1993, a private phone conversation between Charles and Camilla, later dubbed Camillagate, was leaked to the press. This tape confirmed the intimate nature of their relationship and threw fuel on the fire. The public, already angry over the affair, found themselves outraged as Charles, the future king, seemed to breach both his marriage vows and the public's trust. The scandal cast doubt on his character and leadership. While Diana was viewed as the victim, Camilla, a relatively private figure until that point, was now vilified by the media. She was quickly branded as the other woman, a label that would stick with her for years. The fallout from the affair also affected Camilla's marriage to Andrew Parker Bowles, which was already under strain. By 1995, the couple's relationship officially ended in divorce, another painful chapter in the public saga. The disintegration of her marriage exposed just how much Charles and Camilla's bond was impacting their personal lives. For Camilla, the affair led to both a public and private cost. She lost her marriage and, by extension, a private life outside the media's reach. With the public's growing interest, the royal family itself began to face more difficult questions. For the British public, these constant revelations led to doubts about the future of the monarchy itself. Charles, bound to inherit the throne, found himself in an increasingly difficult position. His personal choices and relationships had become subjects of national debate. challenging his image as the future king. With each passing year, his suitability as a leader seemed less clear. Camilla, despite her silence, was no longer simply a private individual. She had become a controversial figure, a symbol of the challenges faced by the royal family when tradition collided with personal desires. However, over time, the public perception of Charles and Camilla began to shift. As their story continued to unfold, it revealed how they would, against all odds, seek redemption and attempt to rebuild their relationship with both the public and the royal family. Finding public acceptance. After years of being cast as the villain in the media, Camilla faced an uphill battle for public acceptance. The scandal surrounding her relationship with Charles left many people questioning her intentions, and even her suitability to stand beside the future king. Yet, over time, both she and Charles undertook efforts to reshape public perception. Slowly, they began appearing together more often. Starting with low-profile outings and gradually moving to public events, they were careful not to rush, aware that pushing too fast could only reignite criticism. Their strategy aimed at building acceptance through a genuine, visible bond that felt natural rather than forced. It wasn't an easy process. Even as public displays became more frequent, the shadow of Diana's legacy was ever present. Charles and Camilla's every move was analyzed, and the public remained skeptical. Despite these challenges, Camilla worked quietly to change opinions, often through small gestures. She engaged in charitable work, focusing on causes that were close to her heart, including animal welfare and literacy programs. Over time, her public appearances showed a woman who wasn't chasing fame, but who wanted to support meaningful causes. This approach, though understated, began shifting opinions in her favor. In 2005, Charles and Camilla's relationship took a major step forward when they married in a civil ceremony. This event marked the first time a British monarch-to-be married outside a religious setting, a necessary choice given the circumstances. Although the marriage wasn't celebrated with the same grandeur as other royal weddings, it symbolized a turning point. Many saw it as a respectful step that allowed Charles and Camilla to move forward, closing a painful chapter. With the marriage, Camilla received the title Duchess of Cornwall rather than Princess of Wales, a decision made out of respect for Diana's enduring memory. After the wedding, both Camilla and Charles continued their gradual path toward public acceptance. Camilla took on more royal responsibilities, showing that she was committed to supporting the monarchy and Charles's future reign. Her dedication to charity work and her unassuming demeanor contrasted with the image of a home wrecker painted years earlier. Though acceptance was far from unanimous, a growing number of people began to see her differently. Their path toward redemption wasn't without setbacks, but the couple's patience seemed to work in their favor. Yet even with public opinion softening, new challenges were rising. How would Camilla fare as queen alongside Charles, and would they overcome lingering doubts? Keep watching to find out, preparing for life as queen. With their marriage and gradual acceptance by the public, Camilla and Charles began focusing on the future. As Charles prepared for his role as king, it became clear that Camilla's role would also be significant. Camilla, once seen as an outsider, had to prepare herself for life as the queen consort. Over the years, she attended numerous public events, ceremonies, and diplomatic gatherings, acclimating to the pressures of royal duties. Observers noted her increasing confidence, as well as the comfort she seemed to bring to Charles during challenging public appearances. These moments highlighted her evolution from a controversial figure to a steady support for the future king. Camilla's transition wasn't only about public appearances. She also needed to win the trust of key figures within the royal institution. Many senior members of the monarchy had once opposed her presence, fearing she would disrupt the stability of the family. Camilla worked tirelessly behind the scenes, often engaging with staff, diplomats, and officials, showing her commitment to supporting Charles and the monarchy's future. Her dedication to charity and her diplomatic approach were recognized and respected, with some even calling her a calming presence within the family. Despite her progress, the issue of titles lingered. When Charles eventually ascended the throne, many wondered what title Camilla would take. The title Queen Camilla sparked debate, as some still questioned her place within the monarchy's future. However, as Charles publicly supported her, declaring his desire for her to be known as Queen Consort, the conversation took a new direction. The endorsement by Queen Elizabeth II herself in her later years also helped, sending a strong signal that Camilla had the institution's acceptance at the highest level. Camilla's life as queen consort would not only involve supporting Charles, but also embodying the values of the British monarchy. She needed to show that her love for Charles was matched by her commitment to duty. And with growing responsibilities, Camilla faced pressures to meet the high expectations that came with her new role. As public opinion softened, and as she gained further respect within the monarchy, Camilla seemed ready for the role she'd once never imagined would be hers. The journey was far from over. Camilla's past would always be part of her story, but her commitment to her new role showed resilience and adaptability. What legacy would she leave, and how would she be remembered? There's more ahead. Keep watching to uncover the best part of this story. Queen Consort. As Charles ascended to the throne, Camilla officially became queen consort, a role she'd cautiously approached. Though public opinion had softened over the years, Camilla's transition was still met with mixed reactions. She faced a challenge, winning over skeptics while fulfilling the responsibilities that came with her title. Yet Camilla didn't aim for a grand reinvention. Rather, she focused on embodying a steady and supportive presence alongside Charles, following the approach that had earned her respect gradually over the years. Camilla's style as queen consort was marked by subtlety. She didn't chase the spotlight, choosing instead to highlight important causes, especially issues of domestic violence, literacy, and animal welfare. In her speeches, she spoke from the heart, often referencing her own experiences. Many saw her as authentic, someone who hadn't grown up in royalty but was dedicated to her responsibilities. This approach was intended to connect with people beyond the confines of royal expectations, bridging her role with the real issues many people faced. While Camilla's low-key approach resonated with some, her position still sparked debates within the public. She was filling the shoes of Queen Elizabeth II, who had set a standard for duty and service during her long reign. Camilla, in her unique way, acknowledged this legacy, often referencing the former queen's influence and respect. Despite their vastly different backgrounds, Camilla sought to carry on traditions that honored the monarchy's values, creating a balance between continuity and her distinctive style. Interestingly, Charles's own approach to kingship seemed to adapt to Camilla's calm influence. Known for his outspoken nature on topics such as environmental issues and architecture, Charles became more measured and less confrontational as he settled into his role. Some insiders noted that Camilla's steady support allowed him to handle his duties with a sense of calm that had not always characterized him in his public life. As queen consort, Camilla found that she now had to manage relationships with other royal family members. Her role required both diplomacy and discretion, especially as she worked to support Charles's vision for the monarchy's future. Camilla managed these relationships carefully, aware that any misstep could lead to fresh controversy. She had faced enough public criticism to understand the importance of patience and restraint in her new role. Yet Camilla's greatest challenge was maintaining her identity in a public role defined by its expectations. Balancing public duties with her own interests and convictions proved delicate, but rather than conforming entirely to the role, Camilla managed to bring her personality into her work. By focusing on causes close to her heart and supporting Charles in a way that felt genuine, Camilla found a path forward. As Camilla settled into her new role, many wondered if the public's trust would hold. Would she overcome the last of the barriers to acceptance, or were there still hurdles ahead? Keep watching as we reveal the next steps in Camilla's journey. Challenges in the royal family. As queen consort, Camilla's journey included managing the complexities of the royal family. The royal family has always been a tight-knit traditional institution, and Camilla's entry, though gradual, still stirred emotions. Family ties within royalty are sometimes less about affection and more about loyalty, protocol, and duty. Camilla faced the challenge of managing these connections while maintaining her personal dignity and the public's respect. Her relationship with Charles's sons, William and Harry, was especially delicate. Both men held deep affection for their mother, Diana, and their bond with Camilla was understandably complicated. For years, Camilla and Charles had worked to bridge the gaps, ensuring that she didn't step into Diana's role. But now, with her elevated position, Camilla's relationship with Charles's sons would inevitably affect the royal family's unity in the public's eyes. To maintain harmony, Camilla was cautious in her interactions with the younger generation. She avoided any attempt to mother William and Harry, respecting their relationship with Diana. Instead, she positioned herself as a supportive figure, someone present but not overbearing. Her careful approach worked to an extent, as the public rarely saw any outward discord among the royal family. However, tensions did surface from time to time, especially as Harry's decisions took him further from the monarchy's fold. With Prince Harry's move to the United States and his public remarks about the family, Camilla found herself drawn into discussions about royal loyalty and family unity. She had no wish to fuel the controversy, yet her position required her to support Charles through these turbulent times. In private, Camilla's influence seemed to help Charles maintain his composure amidst criticism. Her steady presence allowed him to focus on his responsibilities, avoiding public backlash while handling family challenges diplomatically. Meanwhile, Camilla's presence in the royal family faced other tests. Members with strong opinions about monarchy tradition questioned her role, even if subtly. Queen Elizabeth's support had helped to secure her position, but with Charles now leading, Camilla found that she needed to establish her influence independently. She was now seen as a key partner to Charles in his vision for a slimmed-down monarchy, an idea that stirred both support and resistance within the royal circles. Camilla's handling of these family challenges revealed her careful balance between discretion and influence. She made no attempts to assert authority, instead focusing on upholding the family's values as Charles's confidant. Despite the obvious tensions, Camilla managed to remain elegant, showing an ability to adapt to the ever-changing dynamics within the royal family. But would Camilla's balancing act last as the family faced new challenges? Could her approach continue to smooth internal conflicts and reinforce public respect, gaining respect from the British public? Over time, Camilla's careful approach in her role as queen consort began to earn her respect from segments of the British public. The journey had been long and complicated, but her dedication to her duties and her steady support of Charles had slowly reshaped her image. Initially cast as an outsider, Camilla now found herself in a position of trust, recognized for her efforts rather than overshadowed by past scandals. Her dedication to charitable work played an important role in this transformation. Camilla's causes, domestic violence awareness, literacy, and animal rights, showed her compassion for issues affecting everyday people. She visited shelters and organizations, often speaking candidly about the struggles faced by those in need. Her openness resonated with audiences, and the public gradually saw her as more than just a royal figure, but as someone who genuinely cared. Camilla's public speeches also helped build a connection. Known for being nervous about speaking, she worked hard to improve her public speaking skills, tackling issues that mattered to her with sincerity. Her words were rarely grandiose, but always heartfelt, a quality that made her seem relatable. This vulnerability resonated with people who saw that, beneath the royal title, she was a person with fears and strengths like anyone else. As her reputation improved, media portrayals of Camilla shifted. Tabloids, which once scrutinized her every move, began covering her contributions in a more positive light. While not all coverage was favorable, there was an undeniable change in tone. Camilla had, in many ways, proven herself not only as Charles's partner, but also as a committed public figure. This change wasn't dramatic, but rather a gradual evolution that showcased her resilience. Meanwhile, Camilla's role as a grandmother also softened her image. Stories and anecdotes about her relationships with her grandchildren, both biological and step-grandchildren, showed a nurturing side. The public glimpsed a woman who balanced royal duties with family warmth, portraying her as a grandmother figure who cherished family moments. These stories added a personal touch to her public persona, further distancing her from the controversies of the past. While many had come to accept her, there remained those who held on to past perceptions. Camilla's journey to gain full acceptance is still ongoing, marked by both respect and skepticism from the public. Yet her ability to endure criticism and continue supporting her causes speaks volumes. So, do you think Queen Camilla's influence is a necessary strength or a risk to the monarchy?
The palace has just issued this statement.
And although you kind of know that this might happen,
Queen Camilla has done the unthinkable. In a move that no one saw coming, she has reportedly handed over her royal title to Princess Anne, leaving the entire royal family and fans around the world in shock. The surprising decision comes after years of tension, history, and a complicated relationship between the two women. Many are asking, why would Camilla make such a bold move now? Is it a gesture of respect, or something more? Camilla's journey from Duchess of Cornwall to Queen Consort. Camilla's journey from the Duchess of Cornwall to Queen Consort is a remarkable story filled with ups and downs. Many people remember her as the woman who faced a lot of scrutiny and criticism, but her life has taken a surprising turn. How did the woman once viewed with suspicion become a respected figure in the royal family? When Camilla Shand married Prince Charles in 2005, she stepped into a challenging role. At that time, she was known as the Duchess of Cornwall. This title was given to her because of the strong feelings many had about her relationship with Charles and his late wife, Princess Diana. Diana was loved by the public, and many people saw her as the people's princess. Camilla had to navigate through a cloud of negative opinions and media scrutiny, making her new life even more difficult. Despite the challenges, Camilla focused on her royal duties. She dedicated herself to charity work, becoming involved in various causes such as literacy, healthcare, and animal rights. Camilla showed a genuine passion for helping others, which gradually changed the public's perception of her. People began to see her hard work and commitment to her causes. Could this be the turning point in her journey? The turning point came with the passing of Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022. This event marked a significant change in the royal family. Before her death, Queen Elizabeth had announced that Camilla would be known as Queen Consort when Charles ascended the throne. This decision was crucial. It showed that Camilla had earned her place beside her husband and was accepted by the royal family. As Queen Consort, Camilla has taken on even more responsibilities. She attends important events, supports charities, and represents the monarchy in various ways. Her role is vital, especially as the monarchy looks to modernize and connect with the public. Many wonder how she will shape her new position. Will she bring fresh ideas to the royal family, or will she follow in the footsteps of her predecessors? Camilla's journey is a powerful reminder that change is possible. From being a figure of controversy, she has transformed into a respected royal. Her story teaches us that with hard work, determination, and a willingness to adapt, anyone can find their place and make a difference. As she embraces her role as Queen Consort, many will be watching closely to see how she continues to evolve and contribute to the monarchy. Princess Anne's early opposition to Camilla's role. Princess Anne, the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II, has always been known for her strong opinions and no-nonsense attitude. When it comes to her brother, King Charles III, and his wife Camilla, her feelings have been a topic of much interest. Early on, Princess Anne had a clear stance against Camilla's role in the royal family. Why did she oppose Camilla so strongly? And how has their relationship changed over time? When Charles married Camilla in 2005, many people were unsure about their relationship. Camilla was the woman who had been involved in a love triangle with Charles and his first wife, Princess Diana. This history made it difficult for some members of the royal family, including Princess Anne, to accept her. Anne was known to have reservations about Camilla taking on a significant role in the monarchy. Reports suggest that she once said, "Camilla will never be a true queen." This statement highlighted Anne's skepticism about Camilla's position. The tension between Anne and Camilla was not just about titles, it also stemmed from their personalities. Camilla, who had been in the public eye for years, found Anne's demeanor to be rather icy. In turn, Anne seemed to keep her distance from Camilla, preferring to avoid interactions whenever possible. Their relationship was described as frosty, with Anne reportedly keeping away from Camilla as much as she could. However, things began to change over time. As the years passed, Anne started to see the hard work Camilla put into her royal duties. Camilla dedicated herself to various charities and causes, showing a commitment to the monarchy that Anne could not ignore. Many royal watchers noted that Anne gradually became more accepting of Camilla, recognizing her efforts and dedication. The shift in their relationship raises questions about how family dynamics can evolve. Can time and shared responsibilities help heal old wounds? As Camilla took on more duties, including her role as Queen Consort following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, Anne's perspective seemed to soften. Today, while Anne may not have completely changed her mind about Camilla, there is a sense of mutual respect that has developed between them. Their journey shows that even within the royal family, relationships can grow and change over time. As they both embrace their roles, many are curious to see how their relationship will continue to evolve in the future. Will they become allies in the modern monarchy? Only time will tell that. The shared history with Andrew Parker Bowles. the story of Camilla and Princess Anne is intertwined with a man named Andrew Parker Bowles, creating a complicated web of relationships within the royal family. This shared history adds layers to their interactions and sheds light on why their relationship has been so complex. How did Andrew Parker Bowles impact the dynamics between Camilla and Anne? And what does their past reveal about royal relationships? Andrew Parker Bowles was a British Army officer, and he had a significant role in both Camilla and Anne's lives. In the early 1970s, he dated Princess Anne. Their relationship lasted several years, but it eventually came to an end because Andrew's Catholic faith made it difficult for him to marry into the royal family. Despite their breakup, Anne and Andrew remained friends, and he even became godfather to Anne's second child. Their bond shows that, despite the challenges of royal life, friendships can endure. Meanwhile, Camilla was also connected to Andrew. She married him in 1973, and they had 2 children together before their marriage ended in 1995. During this time, both women were part of the same social circles, and their lives often crossed paths. As Camilla's relationship with Charles developed, it created a complicated situation for everyone involved. Many people were aware of the love triangle between Charles, Diana, and Camilla, but Anne's history with Andrew added another layer of tension. The connection with Andrew Parker Bowles led to a certain awkwardness between Anne and Camilla. Reports suggest that Anne felt uncomfortable around Camilla, especially considering their shared past with Andrew. This tension was evident in their early interactions, which were often described as frosty. It's not unusual for past relationships to create complications in family dynamics, and this was no exception. However, as time went on, both women began to navigate their unique roles within the royal family. Camilla worked hard to earn respect and acceptance, while Anne focused on her duties as a royal. Over time, they both realized that they needed to put aside personal history for the sake of their shared responsibilities. This shared history with Andrew Parker Bowles raises important questions about how relationships evolve. Can past connections be set aside for the greater good? As Camilla and Anne both embrace their roles in the modern monarchy, many are left wondering how their relationship will continue to grow. Will they find common ground, or will the shadows of their past linger on? Only time will reveal the answer. The public's divided opinion on Camilla as Queen Consort. When Camilla became Queen Consort, it was a moment filled with mixed feelings among the public. For some, it was an opportunity to celebrate a new chapter in the royal family. For others, it stirred up old memories and emotions, especially related to Princess Diana. How can one woman evoke such strong and divided opinions? Let's explore the reasons behind the public's reactions to Camilla's role as Queen Consort. Camilla Shan's journey to becoming Queen Consort was not an easy one. When she first emerged as Prince Charles's partner, many people were quick to judge her. The shadow of Diana loomed large, as Diana was beloved by the public and remembered for her grace and compassion. Many felt that Camilla had come between Charles and Diana, leading to a lot of animosity toward her. This complicated history made it hard for some to accept her new title. Despite the past, Camilla worked hard to change public perception. Over the years, she engaged in numerous charitable activities, focusing on issues like literacy, health, and animal welfare. Her dedication and genuine efforts began to win over some people. Many started to see her as a committed royal who genuinely cares about her duties. However, the question remained: could Camilla ever truly win the hearts of those who still held onto their feelings for Diana? The announcement of Camilla's title as Queen Consort after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II also brought mixed reactions. While some celebrated the recognition of Camilla's hard work and dedication, others felt it was a painful reminder of the past and questioned whether she deserved such a title. The emotional connection many people have to Diana makes it difficult for them to fully embrace Camilla as queen. Social media has played a big role in shaping public opinion. Online platforms often buzz with discussions about the royal family, and Camilla is no exception. Supporters praise her efforts and commitment, while critics voice their discontent. This division reflects the broader feelings in society, where some people are ready to move on and embrace change, while others cling to the past. Ultimately, Camilla's journey as Queen Consort is still unfolding. The public's opinion remains divided, and only time will tell how she will be remembered. Will she carve out her own identity in the monarchy, or will she always be seen through the lens of the past? As she continues her royal duties, many are eager to see how she navigates this complex landscape, and whether she can bridge the gap between old feelings and new beginnings. Queen Elizabeth's decision to support Camilla's role. Queen Elizabeth II's decision to support Camilla as Queen Consort was a pivotal moment in the history of the British monarchy. This endorsement came after years of public scrutiny and mixed feelings about Camilla's position. What led the Queen to make such a significant choice, and what does it mean for the royal family moving forward? For many years, Camilla faced a tough road to acceptance. When she married Prince Charles in 2005, public opinion was divided. Many people still remembered her as the woman who played a role in the breakdown of Charles's marriage to Princess Diana. This dark shadow loomed over Camilla for a long time, making it difficult for her to find her place in the royal family. However, Queen Elizabeth recognized that Camilla had worked hard to earn respect and acceptance. As the years went by, Camilla became more involved in royal duties and charitable work. She showed a genuine commitment to her role, focusing on important causes like literacy, health, and animal welfare. Her dedication did not go unnoticed, and the Queen saw how much Camilla had changed since her early days in the royal spotlight. It became clear to Elizabeth that Camilla was not only a supportive partner for Charles, but also a valuable member of the royal family. The Queen's support for Camilla was finally made clear in February 2022, during a public message marking her Platinum Jubilee. In this heartfelt statement, Queen Elizabeth expressed her wish for Camilla to be known as Queen Consort when Charles became king. This announcement was significant, as it symbolized a shift in royal dynamics and a sign of unity within the family. It was a clear message that Camilla had the Queen's blessing to take on this new role. However, the Queen's decision did not come without controversy. Many royal watchers were left wondering how the public would react. Would the endorsement help heal old wounds, or would it only serve to remind people of the past? The road ahead was uncertain, but the Queen's support was a bold move aimed at bringing stability to the monarchy. As Camilla stepped into her role as Queen Consort after the passing of Queen Elizabeth, her journey continues. The Queen's decision to support her was a significant turning point, allowing Camilla to embrace her duties with confidence. Will she be able to redefine her image and carve out a respected place in royal history? Only time will tell if this new chapter will be embraced by the public, or if the echoes of the past will linger on. Anne's recognition of Camilla's dedication to the monarchy. Princess Anne, known for her strong character and straightforward nature, has always been a key figure in the British royal family. Over the years, her relationship with Camilla, Queen Consort, has evolved, especially as Anne began to recognize Camilla's dedication to the monarchy. What led to this change in Anne's perspective, and how has it impacted their relationship? Initially, Anne had reservations about Camilla when she first entered the royal scene. Many in the royal family felt the lingering effects of the past, especially regarding the complicated history between Charles, Diana, and Camilla. Anne was no exception. She was protective of her family and wary of how Camilla would fit into royal life. The early days of Camilla's marriage to Charles were marked by tension, as Anne seemed to keep her distance, preferring to focus on her own royal duties. However, as time passed, things began to change. Anne started to notice the hard work that Camilla put into her royal responsibilities. Camilla was not just Charles's wife. She was also a dedicated member of the royal family who engaged deeply in charitable work. From supporting literacy programs to championing health initiatives, Camilla showed a genuine commitment to her role. This dedication did not go unnoticed by Anne. One significant moment that highlighted this shift was during public engagements. Anne observed how Camilla interacted with the public, showcasing her warmth and compassion. Over time, it became clear to Anne that Camilla was genuinely invested in her duties and had earned her place within the royal family. This realization marked a turning point in their relationship. Could it be that shared responsibilities could help heal old wounds? As Anne recognized Camilla's efforts, she began to show more support. Their interactions became less formal and more friendly. It was a sign that Anne was willing to put aside past differences for the good of the monarchy. This change in their relationship reflects a broader theme in the royal family: the importance of unity and support among its members. Today, As both women embrace their roles in the monarchy, many royal watchers are eager to see how their relationship will continue to develop. Will they become allies in modernizing the royal family, or will old tensions resurface? The journey of Princess Anne and Camilla is a reminder that even in the royal family, relationships can grow and change over time. Their evolving bond shows the power of recognition and respect within the monarchy, paving the way for a united front as they face the challenges of the future. Camilla's decision to transfer her title to Princess Anne. In a surprising turn of events, Camilla, Queen Consort, has decided to transfer her title to Princess Anne. This decision has left many people talking and wondering what it means for the royal family. Why would Camilla make such a bold choice? And what implications does it hold for the future of the monarchy? Camilla's journey in the royal family has been anything but easy. From the beginning, she faced scrutiny and criticism due to her involvement with Prince Charles during his marriage to Princess Diana. Over the years, she worked hard to earn respect, dedicating herself to charity work and royal duties. As Queen Consort, Camilla embraced her role, but her decision to hand her title to Anne marks a significant shift in the royal landscape. The choice to transfer her title is believed to stem from a desire to strengthen the bonds within the royal family. Camilla has always admired Princess Anne for her strong work ethic and dedication to her royal duties. By passing on her title, Camilla is acknowledging Anne's commitment and contributions to the monarchy. This gesture also signifies unity within the family, especially in a time when the royal institution faces various challenges. Many royal watchers are curious about how this decision will affect Princess Anne. Known for her no-nonsense attitude and dedication, Anne has often been seen as a hard worker who puts her royal responsibilities first. By receiving this title, she is stepping into a new role that recognizes her efforts. Will this new title change how the public sees her? The public reaction to this decision has been mixed. Some people see it as a positive sign of collaboration and support among royal family members. Others, however, are left wondering what this means for Camilla and her future role. Is this transfer a sign that Camilla is stepping back, or is it simply a way to highlight Anne's contributions? As the news spreads, many are eager to see how this change will play out in royal events and engagements. Will Camilla still play a significant role in public life, or will she take a step back to allow Anne to shine? Camilla's decision to transfer her title to Princess Anne is an intriguing development in the royal family's story. It reflects the complexities of royal life and the importance of family ties. As both women move forward in their roles, the world will be watching closely to see how their relationship grows and how they navigate their responsibilities together. Anne's lifelong reputation as the hardest working royal. Princess Anne has earned a reputation as the hardest working royal throughout her life, and for good reason. Known for her strong work ethic and commitment to duty, Anne has dedicated herself to royal responsibilities and charity work in a way that sets her apart from other members of the royal family. What drives her to work so tirelessly, and how has she maintained this impressive reputation over the years? From a young age, Anne showed a deep sense of responsibility. She was not one to shy away from hard work. In fact, she often took on more engagements than many of her family members. While other royals might attend a few events each week, Anne has consistently filled her calendar with public appearances, charity events, and official duties. This dedication has earned her the respect and admiration of many, both in the UK and beyond. One of the key factors that contribute to Anne's reputation is her hands-on approach. She is known for getting involved in various causes, ranging from sports and education to health and animal welfare. As the president of numerous charities, she has made a real impact by promoting causes that matter to her. This personal touch is something that the public appreciates, as it shows her genuine care for the issues she champions. Anne's work ethic is also evident in her ability to balance her royal duties with her personal life. As a mother and grandmother, she has managed to juggle family responsibilities alongside her public role. This balance is not easy, but Anne has shown that she can do it all, proving that hard work and dedication can lead to success. Despite her busy schedule, Anne remains down to earth and approachable. She often engages with the public and is known for her straightforward nature. This authenticity resonates with people and adds to her appeal as a royal figure. The surprising shift in Anne and Camilla's relationship. The relationship between Princess Anne and Camilla, Queen Consort, has undergone a surprising transformation in recent years. Once marked by tension and uncertainty, their bond has evolved into something more supportive and respectful. What caused this change, and how has it impacted their roles within the royal family? Initially, Anne was skeptical of Camilla when she entered the royal family. Many in the royal circle had mixed feelings about Camilla due to her history with Prince Charles and his late wife, Princess Diana. Anne, protective of her family, was wary of how Camilla would fit into the monarchy. Their early interactions were often described as frosty, with Anne keeping her distance and maintaining a formal demeanor. However, as time went on, Anne began to see the genuine commitment that Camilla showed to her royal duties. Camilla dedicated herself to various charitable causes, working tirelessly to support issues like literacy, health, and animal welfare. Anne, known for her strong work ethic, started to admire Camilla's efforts and dedication. This recognition marked the beginning of a shift in their relationship. One significant moment that highlighted this change occurred during public engagements. As Anne observed Camilla interacting warmly with the public, she recognized the positive impact Camilla was making as a royal. This realization helped Anne appreciate Camilla's role in the monarchy and see her as an ally rather than a rival. As their relationship strengthened, the two women began to support each other more openly. They started attending events together, showcasing a united front within the royal family. This newfound camaraderie reflects a broader theme in the monarchy: the importance of collaboration and unity among its members. Many royal watchers are eager to see how this evolving relationship will continue to develop. Will Anne and Camilla work together to modernize the monarchy and strengthen its connection with the public? Their surprising shift from tension to support is a powerful reminder that relationships can grow and change over time, even within the royal family. As they face new challenges together, the world will be watching closely to see how their bond unfolds. The public and royal family's reaction to Camilla's gesture. When Camilla, Queen Consort, made a heartfelt gesture to support Princess Anne, it sparked a wave of reactions from both the public and the royal family. This act of kindness highlighted the changing dynamics within the monarchy. But how did everyone respond to it? What does this gesture say about Camilla's role in the royal family? Camilla's gesture involved publicly recognizing Anne's hard work and dedication to the royal duties they both share. In a recent event, she made a point to praise Anne's commitment to various charities and her tireless efforts in representing the monarchy. This acknowledgement was seen as a significant move, especially considering the complexities of their relationship in the past. The royal family reacted positively to Camilla's gesture. Many members were impressed by her willingness to uplift another royal, showing a sense of unity that is often needed in such a high-profile family. This act of support was seen as a step toward building stronger relationships among the royals. It emphasized the idea that they are all on the same team, working toward common goals. Public reaction was equally mixed, but largely positive. Many people appreciated Camilla's humility and her recognition of Anne's hard work. Social media buzzed with comments praising Camilla for her kindness. People noted that this gesture showed growth in their relationship and a move toward a more modern monarchy. Some even suggested that it could pave the way for a more united royal family in the future. However, not everyone was convinced. Some critics still held on to past grievances related to Camilla's history with Charles and Diana. They questioned whether this gesture was enough to heal old wounds. The public's complex feelings about Camilla still lingered, making it clear that the royal family has challenges to overcome. Overall, Camilla's gesture was a significant moment that reflected a changing royal landscape. It showcased an effort to foster unity and collaboration within the family. As the monarchy evolves, many are left wondering, will this act of support lead to a stronger bond between Camilla and Anne? And can it redefine how the public views the royal family? Just time will say that.